Not really. I was just super focused and dialed in. So I mean, it felt like when you're a little kid and you go and say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and shoot that shot like Kobe. That's sort of what it was like to me. Yeah, and warm up, I went back to about 50, and I was still hitting pretty good. It was pretty high up on the net still back at 50, so I knew if we needed anything any further than that, I was good. When I walked out there, I seen the emotions on the other coaches' faces, and they were just like terrified. So it's like, all right. In practice, I've hit back to 70. I'd probably say around like 63, something like that. If it's like not this kind of crazy wind outside. Yeah. I knew like field position wise, we were good, and even if we moved back a bit, I was comfortable back to like 60. That's what I told coach going into the game. So even with the sack, I was like, all right, we're still good. Back in high school, teams used to try and ice me all the time, and I just sort of thought it's just sort of prolonging things. I mean, I think the only time the ice really works is if you ice somebody and then the wind just changes directions all of a sudden. So it kind of messes that up. But, I mean, the wind wasn't too bad on game day. So I ended up working with Coach's Honor out in Arizona. He does the national combine and everything for like kickers trying to go into the draft and everything like that. So he helped me fix my kickoffs and a few tweaks here with the form and everything. So I'm a little bit more durable in terms of consistency-wise, and everything is a little bit more smoother, because I know between sophomore year and junior year kickoffs was kind of a iffy thing for me, but this time around it's been a lot better. I feel like I was kind of getting to the point where I was starting to have fun with it. So, I mean, I miss it a little bit. Like, teams always calling how it's going to be a fake. It's kind of fun, so. Yeah, that's the plan. Just trying to figure out logistics and everything and get ready for this draft and that kind of stuff. I think it's just sort of, I'm going to focus on kicking more so than punting. And then I think a lot of it's going to be getting exposure and trying to make the right decisions with agents and that whole deal. Trying to follow in the footsteps of somebody like Nate when he came through. Yeah, I feel like I can compete with like anybody in the country. At this point, I think it was right before I came in for camp, I was competing with a bunch of D1 guys, like SEC guys and everything like that with leg strength. So, I mean, I don't think that's really an issue, considering I got injured towards the beginning of the season and still been able to maintain the level I've been able to maintain. I don't think it'll be a problem come around draft time. My mom keeps a tab of everything, so she's always telling me, like, going through the list of things, but, I mean, it hasn't really sunk in for me yet. I think after this last game is really going to sink in for me. I've just been really focused on just trying to get as many wins and, keep this record going. I think it'll probably hit me once this season's done. I think out of high school, I was at my school, Canada Prep. Ended up going to school, D2 school in the GLVC, St. Joseph's College. Played a couple games there, and then the school ended up closing down. And then I went back into the transfer portal. Ended up committing to a Canadian school, go play corner, and things fell through with them. And I think it was about 7 days or 10 days before camp started, my sophomore season. And I got a call at 6 o'clock in the morning from Coach Dudley. And next thing you know, I was on scholarship and coming out here, getting ready to punt. Yeah, if you had told me back in high school that this would have been like the path and the journey I was going to go on, I mean, I don't think I would have believed you. I remember freshman year, because we were taught to kick and punt at my old school. Freshman year, I remember a coach had told me, he said, you'll never punt in the NCAA. So coming in sophomore year and being All-American, and then everything going on from then forward, it's just sort of like surreal. But I mean, when you put the work in, it starts to pay off. So.